This podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors. Your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Fix Auto. Corky's Pest Control. And Lolita's Family of Restaurants.
Welcome to a very special edition of the San Diego Prep Insider Baseball Podcast. Tommy Morris, Christian Pedersen, David Ring here at Canyonside Cages, where hitters are made. We've got our top 10 like normal. We've got our game balls like normal. We got Dave's dingers like normal. But new thing, no predictions. We've got our fantasy draft rosters. We all drafted a fantasy team in honor of the NFL draft.
It went down a little different, a little less gaudy than the NFL draft, but I still think that these teams are going to be way more exciting than the NFL teams.
And yeah, we got a little bit heated in that room, but we all made it out of there alive, and only seven punches were thrown, so we're okay. Before we get to any of that and all the other stuff, we got to get to our top 10s. Dave, who is on your top 10 list?
All right, number 10, I've got Helix. They're at 15 and 8. Number 9, Vista. Number 8, LCC. Santana's going to move up to number 7 for me. Cathedral at number 6. This is where it gets interesting. I've got Christian at number 5. They're 17 and 5 right now, having an outstanding year. Torrey Pines is going to move up to number 4 for me. What'd you say? They had 14 straight wins?
They're working on 16.
That's crazy. San Marcos is going to stay at number 3. RB still at number 2 for me, and Eastlake 22 and 3 so far this year. Number 1 for me still.
I think the only thing you said wrong there is that this is where it gets interesting at number 5. Like 1 through 10 all season long, it has been an absolute logjam.
It has been. Here's my logjam, my top 10. I've got number 10, Christian, 9, Madison, 8, Torrey Pines. Number 7, we got Helix. 6 is Vista. 5, Cathedral Catholic. 4, La Costa Canyon. 3, San Marcos. 2, Eastlake. Number 1.
You didn't sound very confident. 2 is Eastlake.
2 is Eastlake. 2 is Eastlake. 2 is Eastlake. And number 1 is Rancho Bernardo still.
It happens.
It happens. Again, 1 and 2.
The top 10s are pretty different this week again.
Pretty different this week.
They've been flipping and flopping.
Yeah.
So it's time to find out who had a good week last week. Christian, can you enlighten us? Who are your game balls?
I can enlighten you with an apology game ball. I apologize to Sage Creek. And
me too.
Yeah, we'd like to both apologize to Sage Creek. I have successfully purchased 1 ticket on the Sam Wesniak bandwagon. I am sitting aisle 43, seat C, right next to the window. So I'll get a nice 30,000-foot view of that one. Sam, congratulations on proving us all wrong with some big-time home runs. Game ball out to LCC for some big wins over Carlsbad. Game balls out to, kind of some series just getting won. Game ball to Grossmont for beating El Cap. El Cajon Valley, or Mount Miguel beating El Cajon Valley. Mount Miguel, we talk so much about the open division and the top teams there. Mount Miguel out there in Spring Valley has been a team that has made a huge program-wide turnaround this year. And spoiler alert, there might be one of them drafted in our draft later. But so those are going to be my game balls. Dave, I want to hear the game balls because I hear you got some pitchers.
Yeah.
And then I want to hear the dingers.
It's a pitcher-heavy game ball week for me. I wanted to highlight Francis Parker. They have a team ERA of 1.45. They've only allowed 24 runs in 116 innings.
Keep them close.
A lot of other people have them in their top 10. I could see if you get a few more wins, their record is outstanding right now. And that's a big result. A big reason is their pitching. Brock Moffitt, Valley Center, has 92 Ks in 58 innings. If you do the math, it's almost 2 strikeouts an inning. Pretty impressive.
Apologize for including math in this podcast, but you got to do it for that kind of a stat.
Exactly. And one more pitcher had a great outing against Mission Hills named Alec Holmes. He's at San Marcos. He had 6 Ks, leading those guys to victory. That was a humongous win for them.
He's only a sophomore there. Just San Marcos, for all the talent they've got this year, they've got more in the pipeline. They're not going away.
It was a big game for San Marcos. A lot of teams went into that game with good records, and San Marcos proved themselves. You guys ready for some dingers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, please.
All right. Jake Borst, Jr. at Mar Vista, got 3 home runs so far this year. Austin Odom, Grossmont, moving up the ladder with 2. Noah Kagan at RB. He's a big-time power hitter. He's only a junior this year, committed to San Diego State. We'll see his numbers go up. He's got 2 so far this year. And last guy we haven't heard a ton from this year, but starting to really heat up. Ari Gerber, Santa Fe Christian, also has 2 bombs, leading those guys to a solid team.
SFC kind of steadied the ship a little bit. They were kind of rocky early on in the season, but they're a team that has proven that they have a little bit of everything. They've got some pitching, they've got some hitting, they can lock down the defense when they need to. They're a team that could turn the corner at the end of the year.
That's right there. So, speaking of teams, we all have our own teams.
Oh.
We drafted, we put them together.
I want to throw one thing out there. We tried to go a little bit senior heavy in this one.
Correct.
Just because, we don't necessarily, this doesn't have to be the best of the best. We want to give some love to the seniors. So if you feel that we left you out or you got disrespected and you're an underclassman, just wait. You'll get your moment here. This is mostly senior heavy teams.
Definitely.
But other than that, all I got to say is that mine's the best.
No, mine's the best, and I'll start with my lineup. Here we go. Here's mine. The sliders. DM sliders, of course. It's baseball, sliding. Makes sense. Here we go. Number 1, center fielder Toro Tsuka from Rancho Bernardo. Hitting second, Nick Allen. He's playing shortstop for me. He's from Francis Parker. Number 3, I got Ben Ramirez. He's going to play third base for me, and he is from Eastlake, the 4-hitter. Big Calvin Mitchell, right fielder from Rancho Bernardo. Number 5, from Granite Hills, I got my left fielder, Sean Ross. Hitting 6th will be Chase Wesner, first baseman from Christian. 7-hitter, also from Eastlake, second baseman. His name is Sonny Rivera. 8-hitter, Marcus Alizard, DHing for me. He's from La Costa Canyon. And my 9-hitter is Connor O'Brien, the catcher from Rancho Bernardo. A lot of Eastlake guys, a lot of Rancho Bernardo guys on my team. Pitching staff goes like this. Kyle Hurt will be my number 1 guy.
Dang.
What?
That's one pick that I really wanted. But you beat me to the draft in that one, and I respect you for it. That makes your team hard to beat.
Yeah, I'll take a punch for that one. That's okay. Jordan Jackson from Helix. He's my number 2 pitcher. Number 3 pitcher is David Wiley out of La Jolla Trude, and my 4th starter, Casey O'Sullivan. Valhalla. Let's go next.
Let's talk about team dingers, hashtag dingers and sneaky pitching.
Team hashtag dingers. This is the team that will definitely beat Tommy over here.
Nope.
I'll start with my pitching because this is my most impressive
People love the pitching.
picks. I got Michael Mercado out at Westview. I've got Brian Marquez out at RB, Noah Nunez, Santana, and last pick was Grant Holman out of Eastlake. These guys have 3 no-hitters between them. They can stop any lineup in San Diego. Here's my draft. Batting number 1, Alika Williams, RB. Number 2, Sam Wesniak, playing shortstop, Sage Creek. Alika will play second base for me. Number 3, I've got Zach Hogeson at Christian. This guy's hit 10 bombs this year. 9 bombs. Number 4, Brian Reyes, catcher at Eastlake, having an outstanding season at the plate. And there's my outfielders, Alexander De La Cruz, High Tech High. He's going to hit 5th. I've got Carson Green from La Jolla Country Day hitting 6th. Justin Ledgerwood will sneak in at third base for me. He's got 5 home runs. He's at Christian High. And number 8, Tyler Dean at RB. Got one of the highest on-base percentages in all the county. Having quite the year. And number 9, Max Owens out at UC. He'll be my DH. Had about 6 bombs, as you can see.
An interesting balance there. You're picking some high-tech kids and UC kids. You're putting a hodgepodge together, but you're swinging for the fences, right?
Yeah, we're hitting a lot of home runs this team, for sure.
Well, Max has some great hair, too. He's got a flow going. So
your only sign in the third base coaching box is just pointing at the fence.
No one has Thor on their team.
Not a lot of bunting.
Max's nickname is Thor, so I think that just having a guy named Thor on your team gives you an advantage.
I like that.
Not a lot of sacrifice bunts, I would assume, for you
Not
guys.
a lot of bunting for us. We're going to have some stolen bases with, Alika and Sam. Those guys can run.
Get them over, get them in.
Yeah, exactly.
That Ricky Henderson just lead off with a single that turns into a double.
Exactly.
I like that. Well, here's my team fire emoji, because that's what we bring, straight fire every time we step on the field. I'll start with my pitchers because these are my homeboys, and this is the best pitching. This would be the best pitching staff in the history of San Diego County. Kevin Abel from Madison, he is my workhorse. Right behind him, Jose Cerda from Montgomery. Then I'm going to round it out with Parker Askegreen from Del Norte and Ryan Blakeman from Canyon Crest. Those are my 4 pitchers. I'm going to take you instead of doing my lineup, because my lineup's going to change every every game. I'm doing a little Andy Green style. No one's hitting the same spot twice this season. Catcher's going to pitch, pitcher's going to third. Just going to work you around the horn, if you will. Behind the dish, I got Andrew Montijo from Mount Miguel. This kid is an absolute underrated talent here in the county. At first base, we got Brian Leonard from Eastlake. Left-handed bat, left-handed arm. He could pitch in a pinch. Didn't think that sentence would be as hard to say as it was coming out, but Brian is a really well-rounded player. Second baseman Wyatt Hoffman. He's going to hit up in the lineup, probably second usually. He's fast. He's got a good glove, and his partner up the middle is going to be Jacob Bloss from San Marcos. This kid will be my cleanup hitter most games. Absolute power in every aspect. Huge arm, huge bat. Love it. Rounding out the infield, Ian Hodges from Vista. Real high on-base percentage, real high contact hitter. Got to have a guy that can just put the ball in play, doesn't have to swing for the fences. What's the saying? Put the ball in play, good things will happen. Exactly. And let's talk about my outfield. My outfield, Darian Casio, he's proven himself in the playoffs. He's hit big home runs to get his team there. Connor Kanishi from Helix, he's also another big bat. And then, you know what? I had to throw a speed guy in there, Matt Rudick. Scripps Ranch, going to be my center fielder, probably going to be my leadoff guy. He's going to really be bringing the change in dynamic. That you can't pitch around him, because if you walk him, it's just going to be a stolen base. And then I'm going to round it out with my designated hitter, Jake Bat Flipper Boone. I know that he doesn't hit enough home runs necessarily to be that, but you know what? I'm going to end my team with this. That's my bat flip, Jake. Thanks for the lineup.
Phone drop.
That was bizarre. Here's a real bad. Oh, I don't want to hit the dog. I'm not going to throw it that way. I was almost going to throw it that way. Dog was over there. Would have been bad. That's what we got for our podcast. Guys,
but let us know what you think. Tweet at us how you would tweak these lineups. So who got it right? Who got it wrong? Send us your teams.
Yeah, and who did we miss?
Yeah, who did we miss? If you send us a team lineup, we'll have you on here next week explaining it if you want. We want to get you guys involved in this. Let us know how right or how wrong we are.
And let them know how much better my team is than their teams. So.
False.
Yeah, like in a 3-game series or like a 5-game series in a tournament or something where you get 2 losses, who comes out on top?
Ooh, I'm kind of feeling a Twitter poll coming up.
Yeah, we'll take a little Twitter poll on that.
Little Twitter poll on that. All right, guys. I'll let them bat flip that way.
That's just a throw, man.
You got it. The throw is a new flip.
Flip these days.
We'll see you guys next week.